Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be Project Use It Up finale for 2021. This series is all about the numbers, and I've been doing this since I started my channel several years ago, and I talk about how much I've used up of makeup and skincare and perfume, and then also I do talk about how much I've spent. And I kind of keep track of it a little bit differently every year, but I started project panning at the end of 2015. I wish I had started tracking this information at that time, but I did start tracking my spending and using up since 2017. So I'm going to give you the finale numbers for 2021, and I'm going to compare some of those numbers as far back as 2017. I think this is very, very interesting. I did a lot of year-end videos. I did a year-long makeup empties, so check that out. I'll link all these in the description box. A low buy finale. I also did introduce a new low buy for this year, so check those out. I've been doing so many like year-end videos and then also like new year introduction ones. So you can check all of that out if you are interested. So I don't show products in this video. It's all numbers. So if you want to see the products, check out like the year-long makeup empties and all of that. And I have project pan playlists for every year. I've got an empties playlist. I've got a lot of playlists, and I also filmed this makeup look. So I will link that in the cards and in the description box, and let's get started. Okay, first let me give you some summaries from 2021, and then I will compare to years past. So for 2021, total empties, this is makeup, skincare, hair care, and perfume combined. This was the first year I included hair care. I did not include that in the past, and I think that's why this number is higher. So my total empties was $2,842. Again, that's a lot of categories. Just makeup empties. Like I said, if you want to see the products, check out that year-long makeup empties video. Total makeup empties was $881 for the year. Just skincare was $1,817, and then that was skincare and hair care, sorry. 1817, that is skincare and hair care, and then perfume, $144. And then for the number of, I don't keep the number of items or the actual items for skincare and hair care and all that. It just would be like way too much. I can't keep track of all of that, but I do list out the individual makeup products. And so for makeup, I finished 59 items. Almost all of those were full size. A few were deluxe size, but almost all full size, which is so exciting. And like I said, the total was $881. So if you want to see all of those, check out that year-long makeup empties video. But I am very, very happy with that. And then I did do a low buy last year, and I did talk about how much I spent in that low buy finale video, and I go into a lot more detail than I'm going to go into here. So you can check that out for more information. But so for me, this is a low buy. I sometimes get these comments, people saying, well, your low buy doesn't really sound like a low buy. But for me, it is, because I'm going to tell you what I spent years past. So this year I spent, or 2021, I spent $955 on makeup for the year. I only kept track of makeup purchases. I didn't keep track of skincare and all that, because those I just buy what I need. I run out of something and I buy it. Makeup though, that's where I get a little out of control. So I think the fact that I spent $955 for a year, for me, this is good, especially when I'm going to tell you what I spent years past. And that was 52 products that I purchased, but 8 of those were purely replacement products, things I completely ran out of and needed to buy more of. Like I completely ran out of mascara and I needed to buy mascara. So 44 of those were more like fun products, things I didn't need, like blush, eyeshadow palettes, that sort of thing. So the average per month spent was $79.58 for makeup. So in my opinion, for me, the low buy was a success, and I'm also happy with how much makeup I used up last year. Yeah, so you can check those videos out for more info. And I didn't mention, I also have a Project Use It Up playlist. So I usually do a Project Use It Up video about every 3 to 4 months throughout the year to kind of tell you how my progress is going. So I am happy with my results for 2021. I'm happy with both how much I used up and I'm okay with how much I spent. I actually think that that is okay because I got to try out some new products, but in my opinion, I did not go overboard. So let's go back to some of these spreadsheets. I have like Google Docs on my computer. That's where I keep track of all of this information. So let's go back to 2020 now. And so in 2020, I actually did use up more makeup than I did in 2021. My total makeup used up was $946, and that was 70 items. So I actually used up a lot more, but I think I had some more deluxe sizes than I did in 2021. Total used up for skincare in 2020 was $978. That's just skincare though. Like I said, this year was the first one that I actually kept track of hair care empties. I used up $105 of perfume, and then total empties of everything was $1,924. Pretty good. I'm very happy. I mean, 2020, I used up a lot more makeup than I did in 2021. Now, let me tell you how much I spent. So I didn't keep track of my purchases exactly in 2020. 2020, I was not on any sort of low buy. I let myself buy whatever I wanted, basically. And basically what that proved to me is that if I don't set limits, I will go overboard. Hence why I'm doing a low buy again, and hence why I did a low buy in 2021. So I don't have, this is more of a guesstimate because I wasn't keeping track of it exactly during the year. This is based on me looking back in my older videos and things like that and seeing kind of roughly how much I spent. In 2020, I spent somewhere about $2,000 on just makeup. I feel like that's a bit much for me. Again, I'm only comparing myself to myself. That's all this is. So, once I did see that, that's why I did go on a low buy last year. And that's why I'm continuing that, because I just have a feeling if I don't set any limit, this is what's going to happen. And the thing is it's like I can't even use all that makeup, let alone that money could be used for something else. But even if I'm not going into like credit card debt or something to buy that much makeup, I can't use that much makeup. I mean, it's too much for one person with one face. So it makes no sense. That's why, I'm doing what I'm doing now. All right, let's travel back in time to 2019. And in 2019, my makeup empties was $673. My skincare empties were $691. I was using mostly drugstore skincare at that time. I've kind of gone back and forth with more higher end and more drugstore skincare. Right now, I'm kind of using a combination of both. And that year, perfume empties were higher, $244 worth of perfume used up. And so my total empties for that year, 2019, was $1,364. So definitely less used up that year. Like I said, I think that was mostly because I was using mostly drugstore skincare. And again, I was not tracking hair care at that point. Makeup empties, that was a lot of drugstore makeup too, but it was 61 makeup items. And again, those were mostly full-size makeup items. So not bad, really. Oh, I just realized that total I gave you for used up was just makeup and skincare empties at $1,364. Total used up, including perfume, is $1,608. So that was for 2019, but yeah. And so 2019, let's talk about spending. I was on a low buy in 2019. And this one was a little bit different. I gave myself a budget. And my goal was to spend less than $1,000 for that year. Okay, I'm getting a little confused by my own spreadsheets here, because like I said, I write it a little differently every year. I don't know why. Kind of silly, but I spent $997. And that's actually okay with me. I don't think that that's bad. And now that I think about it, I completely forgot. Sorry, I gave you inaccurate information again. 2019, I was actually on a low buy for both makeup and skincare. So that's all that I spent on both makeup and skincare was $997. So that was pretty good, but that is why I was mostly using drugstore skincare and makeup. But again, I mean, I love I love my drugstore makeup and I love my drugstore skincare as well. But now I'm kind of buying and using a bit more combination of the two. But yeah, so that was 2019. 2018. So let's see here. So makeup empties for that year was 61 items. Pretty similar. I'm kind of like usually around 60-ish is what I'm seeing here. And the total for that was $601. A lot of drugstore makeup. Skincare empties that year was $815. Perfume was $97 used up. So total empties for 2018 was $1,513. Pretty good there too. And spending. So I did keep track of my spending as well. And again, I do it a little different every year. And so that year I decided to keep track of my makeup and skincare spending. So I have it combined. I don't know exactly which is which, but total spent of makeup and skincare in 2018 was $2,390. So again, I wasn't on any sort of low buy in 2018. And yeah, I do feel like that is a little bit much. That does include skincare though, so it's definitely not as bad as 2020 where I spent just $2,000 on just makeup, not including skincare or anything else. So 2018, again, I do think I spent a little bit too much, but includes skincare, so it's not as bad, but still, you know, and so, okay, let me tell you why I was keeping track of skincare purchases at one point. And that is because around this time, I was also buying too much skincare. I would hoard like serums and moisturizers and all that kind of stuff. And I don't do that anymore. I only buy what I need. But in the past, I did go overboard with skincare purchases, which makes no sense because skincare expires even faster than makeup. And it's like if you're using so many different products, you don't even know what's working. It just doesn't really make sense. So now I have a much more pared down skincare collection than I used to, and I only buy what I need. So that is something I've really improved over the years, and I'm really happy with that. And I think that keeping track of these things kind of teaches me these things about myself and my habits, and I find it incredibly helpful. And so when I totally changed my ways with skincare purchasing, that's why I stopped keeping track of how much I spent, because I was like, I don't really care because I'm only buying something when I run out of something. So that's kind of why this has changed along the way. I just kind of changed things to suit my needs at that time and to suit my habits. And yeah, but I've learned a lot from keeping track of this. I really, really have. Okay. And the last year that I have data from is 2017. And so that year, let's see, I used up, this is the most makeup that I had used up, was 72 items. And the value of that was $881, which is so funny because that's the exact same value that I used up in 2021, but I used up more products. So clearly more drugstore there. And again, only keeping track of full size and deluxe sizes. I don't keep track of like little foil packets and that sort of thing. So again, mostly full-size products, used up 72 items that year. That's the most for sure. And then let's see, total used up of skincare, makeup, perfume was $2,711 that year. I used up more perfume in 2017. I used up $228 worth of perfume. And then skincare empties was $1,623. I mean, some of it's fairly consistent. I mean, it varies definitely here and there, but I'm definitely noticing that I tend to use up about 50 something to 70 max makeup items. But yeah, this one was definitely the most. And then again, I kept track of the spending a little bit differently this year. In 2017, I ended up keeping track of how much I spent again on both makeup and skincare, which that was because, like I said, I had more of a problem with spending. This one's a lot, so prepare yourselves. Hope that you're not standing up, maybe sit down. Total spent in 2017 on just makeup and skincare was $3,238. It's a lot. Yep, I think that's a lot. Again, for me, only comparing myself to myself. And I feel like the low buys I'm doing now, it's not like I'm not buying anything. It's not super restrictive. But again, I am just the type of person I've learned through doing this is if I did not set a limit, I would go and spend $3,000. That is, and I've learned the skincare stuff that has really changed. I just don't hoard skincare anymore. There's no point. I just buy what I need, buy what I use. That's it. But makeup, yeah, I will go overboard if I don't put a limit on myself. I mean, you heard the numbers for 2020 when I was not on a low buy. I spent $2,000 on just makeup. And then, 2017, total makeup and skincare purchases over $3,000. And so, yeah, I don't want to spend that much. That's just it, pure and simple. That's why I'm doing the low buy the way that I'm doing it this year. But keeping track of this, like I said, I've learned so much from it, and I'm really happy that I've done that. And it's also just kind of fun to look back. So yeah, let us know. Do you keep track of this information? I find it entertaining and interesting. So yeah, I'm going to continue doing this. So if you want to see the other Project Use It Up videos, I've got a playlist for that. If you want to see the products, check out the Project Pan and the Empties playlists. And that is it. Stay tuned for more. I want to do low buy monthly updates again this year like I did last year. Project pans, all of that. I've introduced new project pans for the year, so check those out. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.